Big welcome to the Newcastle International Motordrome tonight, and everybody is really happy about tonight's meeting. And it's the inaugural running of the Gary Patterson Speedcar Classic. But the inaugural running of the Gary Patterson Speedcar Classic is one that we're very proud of. Gary Patterson was a driver who drove speed cars, sprint cars and sedans here at the Motordrome, made a lot of friends in Speedway both on and off the track, and it's really an honour to dedicate this meeting to the man who lost his life so tragically in the United States last year. So let's just sit back and enjoy the action of the Newcastle International Motordrome and Gary Patterson Memorial Night.
So we're ready to get underway here now with the first event on the program, the speed cars, and this is the Patterson Memorial, the inaugural Memorial speed car rear markers, and they've got a green. And immediately Radcliffe skips away from Church. There's the back marker getting through there quickly too, and that's Terry King going up into third place at the moment. But Radcliffe is the leader, and he's lost it, I think. No, he hung onto it pretty well there coming out of the turn. It's Radcliffe leading away here from Parton, followed through by King, and then Gormley. Behind him is Church and Seville in that order. But down the back straight away they start to go now. There's Radcliffe in some trouble there. There was that Parton. But round the turn they come, and the lead driver going pretty wide here at the moment, and this is Parton leading away here from King, followed then by Radcliffe. Behind him is Gormley, and then Church and Seville having their own private war. But it's Parton leading away. Graham Parton the leader as they come into the southern corner, away here from Terry King. Parton seems to have settled down to a good line. That's King in the 6. He's followed through by Radcliffe. Back in the picture again from Seville. Gormley's in trouble, and Church not doing well at all. 4 laps to run from here, and it's Graham Parton the leader. Graham Parton the leader as they skip down the straightaway here, and he's doing it well from Terry King, who appears as if he could use a little more gearing, I'd say. There was a good move there by Ian Seville. He got through underneath Radcliffe to go into third spot at the moment. But the leader is Parton, and by gee, he's handling that track very well indeed in mid-circuit, followed by King, but it appears to be gearing bother with this boy. He's revving like mad and getting nowhere. I'd say there'd be a change to that when they get into the pits. But King has got a ton of power there, but it's not going anywhere for him. Parton the leader. Parton away here from King. Yes, it's gearing bother, I'd reckon, on that King's car. Then Ian Seville, followed then by Radcliffe in the 54. Then comes Gormley, and at the tail of the field is John Church. But there's one to go for the leader here now, and that's Graham Parton. Parton away here from King, followed through in third spot now by the 7 car, and that's driven by Seville. Then coming up into fourth spot is Kevin Gormley from Radcliffe, and last there is Church. But here's the winner, and the winner over the line is Graham Parton. Parton first, King second, Terry King second. Third place will go to Ian Seville. Then a long way back then is the driver in the car 40, and that's Kevin Gormley, followed home by Ken Radcliffe, and the last driver over the line in this event is John Church. Okay, 8 laps and they're away. And this is the front marker for speed cars, and they're steady, still pretty much tied up together there. Alan King is the leader as they go down the back there. Alan King hanging on. There's 3 of them there. You could throw a blanket over at the moment, and he's lost the lead pretty early in the race. And the car number 30 skipping away there now is Jimmy Winterbottom from King. The 99 going through quickly is Darryl Young, but Alan King hanging on to second place. The 30 car the leader at the moment. Jimmy Winterbottom, probably the most experienced of them all, and Winterbottom leads away here from Alan King, followed through by 99, and that's Darryl Young. Then comes the 56 behind him of Ken Noyes, and the 46 of Lawrence, and then the 91 of Bob Campbell. But the lead driver coming down the straightaway now, and that's the car 30 of Winterbottom, followed through by King. Then behind him is Young. Then comes Noyes, and Lawrence right on his tail, with Campbell at the rear of the field. 4 laps to run from here, 4 laps to go, and the driver over in car 30, and that's Winterbottom has kicked right away here. King still hanging on. He's getting plenty of pressure from Young though, and then the 46 has moved up a place. That's Kenny Lawrence, who's gone to the front of Noyes, followed by Campbell, the leader, going past us now, and he's really hiking too for a front marker. If he gets away well in one of the handicap events, he'll do extremely well, I'd say. And Jimmy Winterbottom, the leader. Winterbottom coming into the corner now and up the straightaway, with Campbell being asked to hold his line, and Winterbottom the leader. But look at the duel going on here between this pair. That's King on the outside and Darrell Young trying to get up on the inside of him. A fair way back then to Kenny Lawrence, and the rest of them just not in it. There's one to go. One to go for the leader, and here he is. That's Winterbottom. There goes King still hanging on to Young here as they come down the straightaway. It's King on the outside, Young inside, trying hard to get into second place. And that's where the interest in this race is. Here comes the winner. That's Winterbottom, the winner, passing us now in the 30. Darrell King, at least King still hangs on. Alan King in the 72. And then Darrell Young will come home in third place in the 99. Next car to finish is that of Ken Lawrence, the 46. And the other car, driven by Bob Campbell, of course, was a lap behind. This looks like a pretty good start too. One of the best starts of the night. They've got a green, away they go, and immediately it's Alan King that skips to the front. Going out after him there in the 99 is Darrell Young, but it's King the leader, away from Young at the moment. There's Winterbottom sneaking up on the inside there. If he gets to the front, he'll be hard to run down, but it's King the leader. King away here from Young at the moment. Then outside of him is John Church. Winterbottom going up on the inside, so too is Kevin Gormley. Ian Seville is in a position there where he can be some danger too, but look at Winterbottom go. And there's trouble over here. We've got a car spun out in the corner and nobody's watching it at this stage. Yellow, watch it. Nobody's watching it at this stage. Oh, there's a car up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's Ian Seville. Was one of the heaviest rolls I've seen. That was Seville, and he went really up and over. 4 times in the air. 4 times in the air for Seville, and behind him in the car 6 is Terry King. But what happened there, I feel I missed that car because of the block in the corner here. Sincerely hope that Seville is okay, but that was a really heavy roll, that one. Now there's Terry King out of the car, and Terry King appears to be okay. He walked along to see how Seville was. There's no, he requires some attention, I feel. But by gee, that was one very, very heavy roll indeed. Yes, you're quite right. I remember, and so too do you, many years ago when wrists weren't tied in the TQ cars in those days. And I remember Lionel Cox of Taree once rolling over in a crash with Rex McNally, 2 very great drivers. And Lionel went up in the air, and you wouldn't believe it, but he put his hand out as he could then, because his wrists weren't tied down, and he put his hand out to push himself up, coming down out of it, and snapped his arm off like a carrot.
Well, Ian Saville, we haven't got a message yet that is out of the car, but from here the ambulance officers still with him. There he is walking to the door of the ambulance now, so he's on his feet. He's sitting in the front of the ambulance, and spontaneous applause from our spectators who, sure, that's a highly spectacular thing to see, but it's also important to see that the driver is A-OK after it all. So
looks like a go, and it's away. And immediately Alan King skips away here. Going up quickly was Winterbottom trying to get a go. Gormley is up there in a position to be a danger at the moment. But it's King. No, he's gone very, very wide, and that's allowed Winterbottom through on the inside. And Jim Winterbottom goes to the front here now as they come down the straightaway from Young, followed by King. Then Gormley up on the inside of him. Martin is up there too. Then John Church at the tail of the field is the 56 car of Ken Noyes. But the leader now is Jimmy Winterbottom. Down the straightaway, Winterbottom kicks away here from the 99 of Darryl Young. Kevin Gormley up into third place now, followed by Button. Then behind him comes King. But Winterbottom skipping right away here now with 10 laps to run. Winterbottom will have 10 to run from here, followed by Young and Gormley. Then Parton from King, followed by Church. Then the 54 of Radcliffe, and behind him comes Lawrence. Down the straightaway they'll come this time, and Winterbottom is a very, very clear leader. Jim Winterbottom a clear leader away here from Young, followed by Gormley, then Parton. Bit of a hassle going on back here as John Church gets it underneath there. There's a bump there, and Alan King is thrown into the infield, and King was bumped there as they went into the corner, but it's Winterbottom the leader. Winterbottom away here from Young, followed by Gormley and Parton, then coming Church and Radcliffe behind him. A long way back to Lawrence, and then Alan King at the tail of the field. But Winterbottom with 5 to go is a very clear leader. Winterbottom, the leader, from Darryl Young, followed by Parton. Then coming Kevin Gormley, and Gormley starting to motivate a bit better now too, but he doesn't seem to have the power to be able to pin the other two back at the moment, and Winterbottom the leader. He skipped right away here. Winterbottom leading away here from Young, followed by Parton, then Gormley. Behind him comes Church, and Radcliffe is right on his tail. Then Lawrence and King in that order, and they're asking Noyes to hold his line, but it's Winterbottom the leader with 5 to go. There goes Parton up to the number 2 slot, and he's gone up on the inside of Young here. He's gone very, very wide, and he's gone. Now watch it, yellow. Let's get the yellow out. Yellow. Seems to be out of position there is probably King, but no, they're going to let them go, I think. Yes, there's got a green coming up here. There's a green, and they're away. Winterbottom away very quickly again from Young, followed by Gormley. Gormley in third spot. Parton has gone to the infield now. That's one of the rules of speed car racing. If you spin, you go infield. That's it. But the lead driver now is still Jim Winterbottom away from Young, followed by Gormley, then Radcliffe from Church, followed by King in the 72. Down underneath the timer goes the leader, and he's only got 3 laps to run from here. By gee, there's no one can get near Winterbottom tonight. And Winterbottom the leader. Winterbottom away here from Young, followed by Gormley, hammering away at him. And Gormley trying hard to get up into second place there now, but Winterbottom the leader from Young, followed by Gormley. Into the corner they go, and Winterbottom the leader. There's Lawrence being asked to hold his line. Winterbottom away from Young, followed by Gormley, then Radcliffe from Church and King in that order. Gormley trying hard here to get to Young. He can't quite make it though as they go into the corner. There's 1 left to go for Winterbottom, and the minor placing still belongs to anybody at the moment, but it's Winterbottom the leader. Winterbottom away here from Young, followed by Gormley, who's got a chance to get to him now, and he takes it. Gormley has moved into second place right at the right moment, and it's Winterbottom first. Gormley will be home in second place. Third place goes to Young. And that was another good drive there by Winterbottom. Winterbottom home. $40, and 99. It's the way they finished. 30, 40, and 99. So we have Jim Winterbottom home in first place in front of Kevin Gormley, and behind him came the driver of 99, and that's Darryl Young. Okay, they're all out of the car now. It's time to go trackside to Ross.
Thank you very much, Rod. To me, it's a great honour to be able to be a part of this trophy presentation tonight, because we're honouring Gary Patterson here at the Newcastle International Motordrome, a driver we saw here on a number of occasions, driving speed cars, driving sprint cars, even driving sedan cars here at the Motordrome. He showed us that he was a driver of impeccable skill, but above all, he was a great friend to the sport, and I suppose it's maybe only fitting that Jim Winterbottom, a man who has devoted a lot of his time to sprint cars and to speed cars too, steps into the winner's circle in our inaugural Gary Patterson Memorial. On behalf of French Brothers Tyres tonight, Jim, it's a real privilege for me to be able to make this presentation on behalf of Nev and Sid French from French Brothers Tyres, and I do sincerely hope that you will cherish this trophy, the inaugural one, to honour the memory of Gary Patterson. On behalf of everybody, my sincere congratulations.
Thank you very much. I raced against Gary and had a little bit to do with him, and he's a bit of a showman, but he was one of the best drivers I ever seen, so I'm pretty proud to be standing here with this and get my name first on it. I'd just like to thank Kevin Higgins for putting me in a speed car. It's a trick little car and I really appreciate it. And Gary Nesbitt for putting a lot of hours in. All I get to do is drive it. And I'll thank you all for coming out tonight.
Jim, before you go, I can't help but comment on an incredible performance that you've turned in tonight. You've shown everybody a clean pair of heels, and whilst it's all very nice to be a winner, I suppose you realise you might have handicapped yourself by that brilliant performance.
Yeah, well, they've been pretty nice to me, putting me in the B grade and everything, but in my performances today, it's been a bit B grade, so, you know, they've done the right thing by us.
Congratulations again to Jim Winterbottom. Second place tonight goes to Kevin Gormley in the number 40. He was third last night, I understand, in the Ray Revell Classic. And tonight, Kevin, it's one more step up the rung. Unfortunately, it couldn't be number one, but everybody can't be a winner. But I will know that you too will cherish this trophy in memory of Gary Patterson, our inaugural meeting. And please accept that on behalf of our sponsors, French Brothers Tyres and the Motordrome.
Thank you very much, and thank you to French Brothers Tyres and the Motordrome for putting on this trophy race. And Gary Patterson was a bit of a friend of mine, and I can assure you it has a very treasured place. And congratulations to Jim Winterbottom. It's very good because Kevin Higgins is a personal friend of mine, and it's good to see him have a win. And we've had our fair share this year, and so I'm very happy for them. And I'd also like to thank WD-40, who have been behind us for 10 years now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Kevin Gormley, and yes, to have a sponsor associated for 10 years, it's certainly very good indeed. And third place tonight in our Gary Patterson Memorial goes to the number 99 driver, Darryl Young. Darryl, earlier on tonight, my father's had a tradition steeped long in the sport of speedway, and we were recalling the number 99 that belonged to the famous Frank Satan Brewer. And I understand he may have even had a sit in the seat last night. And Dad still regards Frank Brewer as one of the greatest speed car drivers he's ever seen. It was back in the days when Jack Brabham, of course, was also driving speed cars and went on to become a world champion in Formula One. Maybe we might see Darryl Young continue to make that progress. Please accept this trophy on behalf of French Brothers Tyres and cherish it as our inaugural Gary Patterson Memorial meeting. Congratulations, Darryl.